Well, hello everyone. This is Doctors Calvin and Judy back at you again. We're going to continue to talk, honey, about keeping the passion alive. Keeping the passion alive in marriage. Now, it's usually said that the man forgets anniversaries, birthdays, and things of that particular nature. So I'm going to ask my wife, how long have we been married?
34 great years.
And when is our marriage anniversary?
November the 19th.
Oh, she
Doing
did.
well, right?
Well, she did remember you all. But you know what? That's a part of keeping the passion alive in our relationship, remembering those special times.
Yes.
Birthdays, anniversaries, and as my wife holds our relationship to, date night.
Oh, yes.
Making sure that we have a date night for our relationship. And I'm glad you do, really. But it's very, very important to remember days, anniversaries, birthdays, date night, and to have something of that particular nature. Now, we were sharing with somebody recently that we also have a law in our relationship, and it says you cannot leave home without a hug and a kiss. That's a law.
It's truly a law.
And I have driven off down the road about half a mile to have God half a mile or a mile for God to remind me. Did you do so? Did you forget something? Do you not remember the law that you made with your wife to make sure that it was a hug and or a kiss before you left home? So that's a law, and everything is governed by laws.
Yes.
To not have a law is to have a law. Now that's very important to realize that. To not have a law is to have a law.
Yes, it is, because, honey, you know that not only you did that, got in a big hurry.
Have you ever done that?
Oh, yes, I did too. And I recall going half a mile or a mile right down the road. And, oh, God, I forgot even to hug my husband or to kiss him. And I turned around, and I felt sort of silly doing it, but I turned around and said, we got to hold this thing to the T. Why? Because it helps your relationship.
Yeah, it really does. It helps to keep that passion burning. You know, it fuels the passion that every marriage relationship needs. You got to keep the passion. You know, the devil's aim is to try to get the passion out.
Oh, yes.
But as long as you got that passion for one another, you're protecting it. You are feeding it. Oh, my God. You're talking about having a growing, loving relationship. Because the first few years of marriage, you don't know that much about love, about loving one another.
So really, you're just beginning to learn each other.
Yeah, you're still in your dating time, the first year, 2, 3 years, stuff like that. Now, you get off out there in the 10, 15, 20, 30, and praise God, in our case, 34 years going strong. 34 years.
Hallelujah to that.
I'm telling you, I'm excited about that. I can still look you in the eyes and hold your hand and squeeze your hand and, and I'm not sorrowful. No, I'm happy about that.
It's not a hardship to do that.
It's not a hard
I feel funny
thing
when I hold your hand, or I don't feel right when I do that. So let's just don't don't deal with that. Let's just be normal. But what is normal?
Yeah, what is normal?
Do you want Jesus not to hug you?
Come on now.
Not to tell you that he loves you? Not to be present with you? You don't want Jesus to do that.
Come on, that's a good point, honey. We want Jesus to be emotionally present.
Yes.
As well as present. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it needs to be in our relationships. And it can be done. We can be emotionally present. Now, we haven't been perfect. Now, I know you might look at us and say, well, they've been perfect. No, we have not been perfect. I've had my attitudes and my temperaments and so forth, but we still had a good marriage.
See, the thing is, we got to understand
I believe that the Lord has gotten on me the last 2 years. I mean,
I tell you,
don't know
special daughter, though.
Yeah, your special daughter. You don't know it, but I know it. He and I know it. I'm like, Lord, can you kind of let up off of me? When you ask Jesus to be your coach, oh my God, I'm telling you, when you ask him to be your coach, he's going to coach you.
Well, let me tell you something, and I'm sure you all might know out there, but if you don't have any confrontation in your relationship, you're really not growing. Because in order to grow together, it got to be some type of misunderstanding with each other because, like I said, we learn each other every day.
You're going to get frustrated sometime. Well, you know, that's just like the seed in the ground. Without it having the confrontation of breaking through the ground, there's not going to be any growth.
No growth. And when you put a seed in the ground, I'm sure it's sort of difficult for the seed to come up above the ground. And it's just like us, we want to come up above everything that we experience. And as long as you're doing that, guess what? You are growing. So don't think bad about your relationship.
Oh, no.
I got a bad marriage just because you had an argument.
Come on.
So I got a great marriage because I'm learning.
You know, and there again, you know, you brought something to mind. When you got grace, now we're talking about bringing that God factor in.
Yes.
To help keep the passion burning in our relationship. Look, we got access to the grace of God. And we need to really exercise that grace on our mates.
Just like we
do it on any other Christian.
Any other person.
You know, we want to be real spiritual and deep when we're in church. They get home and leave the spirituality in the car. Or leave it at the church. You know, people see us speaking in tongues, shouting and dancing. Oh, we got the quickenings and the stirrings of the Holy Spirit, and leave all of that at church?
What I would tell them.
No, come on.
Look, the same way you as ladies that treat your leaders, that's how you treat your parents. Respect and honor.
Amen.
That's what men love, respect and honor, and show them that you really, really care. You do that with leadership. So why not do it with your own mate?
So the principle there is just to bring everything that you do with other folk in the church, your brother.
Hey, brother.
And your sisters.
Hey, sister.
Just take that home and exercise it on your mate.
And see, the thing is, you only see in one side. But if you was the mate, then you'll see a different side. So the thing is, you got to understand, you got to take the good with the bad, the bitter with the sweet.
Come on.
To the point of saying, okay, we are in this thing together to stay together.
Well, even Jesus turned the water into wine.
Yeah.
But see, the thing of it is, people don't realize what kind of water he turned into wine. It was not the nicely clean water you get out of your faucet.
Oh, man.
Man, it was the water that they washed the people's feet with.
Lord have mercy.
So Jesus will take something messy, honey.
Come on.
And create some good passion out of it. Amen. Wow. Well, time slipped away. You're going to have to stay tuned for the next part of Keeping the Passion Burning.